Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of Chaos Child. It's time to go over it. Let's take a look at our little bulletin board. First, I should start with what I can't put on the map.
右のスペースが空いてるな。よし、まずそっちにチューブラリンな懸案事項を貼り付けよ
チューブラリン？
う。ほら、例の動画とか。
そうか、よし、そんなら。
Ito forced himself to swallow what he was eating.
関わりがあるかもしれない動画は全部ここに貼っちゃおうぜ。
Yeah, that's the way to go. Video.
じゃあ、まとめウィキに突然貼られた動画は、ラブホテルの中を外から撮ったやつだから。
Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm selecting now. Alright. So that's the Love Hotel one, of course.
で、その概要が。この動画のせいなんだよな。
That I had that weird hallucination. It was just a plain old wipe, so why did it seem so strange? What's wrong with you?
いいから、とりあえずお前は聞いてろよ。
Oh, maybe he was asking what's wrong with Serica instead. What's wrong with you? Where was I?
伊藤、この動画、結局まとめウィキに貼り付けた人間って捕まってないんだよ
な。ああ、ネットじゃ週末はかなり祭りになったけどな。テレビでも報道されてたから。
That's right. People on the internet like to make fun of TV and newspapers, but the biggest cause of online festivals was mainstream media attention.
でも、それに関しての続報が、つまり燃料がない。そのまま丸3日、下火気味か？
事件が事件なだけにそういっぺんには離れてないけど、あと週末に更新が炎上してたろ？
Huh? Oh no, I didn't know what he meant.
あれな。
更新は復興事業の中心となった企業だろ？復興の時に街中に張り巡らされた監視カメラの設置にも噛んでるらしくてさ。それにプライバシーを侵害されたっていう人がイチャモンつけて、それについて更新の対応者が横柄な態度を取ったとかなんとかで、確か今朝提訴まで行ったはず。
そうそう、よくある話だよ。
んで、そっちにちょっと人が流れてる感じがある。
I see. So that was it.
動画の炎上に関しては、いたずらとか捏造っていうやつが出てきて、それを主流派が潰している最中。
Yeah, but I mean, if I upload my video, which is the same thing with a different angle, that'll crack this whole thing wide open. So was self-feeding then? Either way, without fresh fuel, it would eventually have to go out. A word Miyashiro made up. When a festival or flame war on the web lacks fuel to keep it going, sometimes people will appear to point out problems with the existing evidence, which leads to a new flame war. When he sees lots of these, Miyashiro believes it means that an online festival is beginning to wind down. Yeah, active attempts to resurrect the discussion.
まあ、いたずらや捏造っていうやつの気持ちもわからなくはないけど。
But after having been there, I knew it wasn't. That's right, I should put up the video of the room too.
カズキ、ラブホテルの動画適当に切り出してくれるか？
Oh, we just put it up. I mean, I guess it wasn't one of our options before, but still. Okay, that's all.
あと一応、これもな。
Why was he putting that up there?
なんだよ。
別に新聞部の動画は貼らなくても。
How long are you eating for? Just freaking swallow your food. See, even the self-proclaimed girl says so. What the... I mean, I know he was like, "Are you even a girl?" But
何が関
goddamn.
係してくるかわかんないだろ。それにこのシールは事件の鍵かもしれないんだろ。
それはそうかもしれないけど。
あのな、君悪がりすぎだっつうの。ほら、シールもまとめるぞ。
Damn it. You can only say that because you haven't seen it with its eye open. Well, it hadn't actually opened.
ったく、女子かよ。
男子だ。
We get a self-proclaimed girl and a self-proclaimed guy in this situation. Fine, fine. There were a lot of sumo stickers in the other images anyway. I shouldn't let it bother me. But I was going to avoid looking at them directly too much.
じゃあシールに関してこれまでにまとめた事件を付け出したけど、こっちみんなの現場が見える位置にあった力士シールの引きの画像は
Well, they kept mentioning that it was the karaoke machine, so I got that.
それは
力士シールが貼られていたところの引きの画像。
いや、そりゃ見ればわかる。それがどうかしたのか。
うん、まあ力士シールを見つけた時から少し気になってたんだけど、どうやって貼ったんだ。これ4階だぞ、ここ。
窓を開けて乗り出せば届くんじゃねえの。
ここの窓ははめ殺し。
そうか、お前言ったんだもんな、人から。
だから人からじゃない、歌ってない。
他の現場はどうなってる。
Ito ignored my protests and motioned for me to continue. Damn it, it wasn't karaoke alone.
次は音漏れたんか。で、そうか、ここはまだ力士シールの画像を貼ってなかった。
No, we didn't, but it was established that it was on a streetlight nearby. When I got into the scene 2 days ago on Sunday, I found a sticker on a nearby telephone pole. Oh, okay. Just like I'd expected.
そのアップの画像は新聞部の動画にも使ったやつだから。
Ugh. It really was creepy up close. Don't look at it, don't look at it.
で、その引きの画像が
ここは貼ろうと思えば誰でも貼れるよな。
だけど、回転デッドの力士シールの引きの画像は
Yeah, no one's putting this one up on their own, like without any assistance whatsoever.
これも貼られていたのは外壁だ。窓はあるけどとても届く距離じゃない。
そう？長い棒の先っぽとかにくっつけてピタンってやればいけそうじゃない？
And she finally finished eating. And yeah, I suppose you could, but that's a lot of effort for something that nobody would notice except for us. Had she already finished eating all that?
いや、それ届くだろうけど、でもカラオケボックスの方は無理だろう。
ギブ。
That wasn't the answer I was looking for.
ちょっと食べ過ぎた。長い棒でなら届くんじゃない？
What if you're just walking around with this, like, 15-foot pole?
んなことしてたら一発でバレるだろ。
But even then, if it's on the 4th or 5th floor, well, I guess in our case the 3rd floor, it still would need to be more than 15 feet, wouldn't it?
じゃあビルの清掃員さんみたいにしてとか。
Again, you could, but to put a sticker up? First a long pole and then that?
まあそれはありえるか。どうした？
なんていうか、こんだけ異常な事件なのに棒の先っぽにくっつけてとか清掃員みたいにっていうのはロープを伝ってか？まあとにかくそういうまっとうな手段で力士シールを貼ってる犯人の姿っていうのが想像できなくて。
Well, that's if the guy who put them up is the same one behind all the deaths. And of course, assuming it's a guy.
いや犯人が貼ってるかどうかはわからないだろう。つか直接的な犯人なんているのか？3件とも今のところ警察は自殺って発表してるんだぞ。
でもこっちみんなの事件の直前、部屋に訪ねてきた何者かを警察は追ってもいるんだろう。
Yeah, what's really frustrating is that technically they did kill themselves. Like, no guarantee on Love Hotel, but probably. But they were compelled to. They didn't just feel like doing it. The first guy was under an illusion, and I think I described the leaky noise girl as also, like, putting something in her jacket or whatever, but it was her own stomach. And yeah, the magical locking door. And the knock. I still felt like there was someone on the other side of that door.
俺は事件の裏側を知ってる何者かのメッセージな気がするけどな。
A message?
回転デッドの被害者である柿田が死ぬ直前にどういう状態であったかはわからないけど、仮に前の2件と同じように異常な精神状態にあったとしたら、それを生み出す何か、そうだな、薬物とかを3人とも服用してるとかで、その薬物の謎を知ってる人間がシールを貼ったとか。
何のために？
それはわからんけど。
What?
お前はどう思うんだよ。
Huh?
僕は
So what was the deal with those stickers around the crime scenes? Let me think.
力士シールを貼ること自体が目的だとか。
え？
バットメンは知ってるだろ。
Really? An extraordinarily famous American comic book, also the name of the heroes in the comic. Launched in the 1930s, yup, and as of 2015, there are many cartoons, movies, and live-action dramas about them as well. That's true. I can't, but like, I know it's not Batman, but they're really skirting that line, aren't they?
あれでしょ、コウモリがでっかい鋼鉄の赤マント人間に変身して糸出して子供をさらっていくあれ。
Whoa, you're combining a few things. Wrong. Batman wasn't any of that. Actually, I think that's about 5 or 6 different comics mixed together. Yeah, the giant steel thing, I don't know, unless that was Japanese Spider-Man with the mech. But she definitely had Spider-Man with the web. But kidnapping kids? What?
作中にジョーカーっていうまあ悪役がいて、彼は現場にトレードマークとしてトランプのジョーカーを残すことがあるんだ。
Wow, they're not even disguising the name, that's just literally what it is in the old comic. And he died in the first issue, but then he was or not the first Batman issue, but his first appearance. But then he was popular, so he didn't die actually.
残さない場合も彼自身がトランプのジョーカーのような顔をしているから、いずれの場合も現場にはジョーカーがいたという事実が残る。
そのジョーカーっていう人は何に変身して子供をさらうの？
What are you talking about?
なんだ？力士シールみたいな外見のやつが愉快犯的に3人を自殺に見せかけて殺して、力士シールをトレードマークとして貼ってるってか？
God, I hope not. You want a guy with 2 fused faces?
いや、例えばだぞ。
じゃあ、なんで直接死体の上に力士シールを置かないんだよ。
だから例えばだって。
そもそもなんでニュージェネレーションの狂気と同じ日付で事件が起こってるんだ？
それこそ僕にわかるわけないだろ。
I tried to calm Ito down.
とにかく今ある情報をまとめちゃおう。話はそれから。
だな。力士シールだったか。
うん。一つ大きな動きがあったから。壁一面に貼られていた力士シールの場所は渋谷のガード下だから。で、その画像が。
Yeah, they don't even make me choose it. It's like, come on.
で、その概要が。
改めて見ると不気味だな。ここまで大量に貼られたことって過去にあったのか？
過去の力士シールの数のピークは地震前の2009年だけど、その時でもこんなに一箇所に貼られたことはなかったと思う。だよな。
うん、こんなのは見たことない。
なんで知ってんだ？
Because, Serica said as she looked at me.
昔タクト調べたことあるもん。
は？
一つ一つ渋谷に貼られてるやつね、タク。
ああ、まあちょこっとな。
That was part of my dark history, though. What? Net slang, an embarrassing part of your history that you would rather not talk about and that you wish was forgotten. Its origin can be found in a certain famous giant robot anime. Huh. It's probably something obvious, but I don't really follow the giant robot anime. I mean, like, one of the most old school ones I can think of is Mazinger. Could it have been that one? I doubt that they would reference the Big O, where nobody knows their memories, because I don't think that really did very well in Japan. Like, America was responsible for bringing about a second season. And they didn't say dark history anyway.
結構がっつり調べたじゃん。大きな謎が隠されているって言って陰謀だって。
Hey, you idiot!
陰謀？
Don't look at me like that.
お前、2009年って小学6年だろ？そんな時から都市伝説マニアだったのか？
他にも調べたんだよ。くねくねとかアポカリプティックサウンドとか。
What? This sounds interesting. The squirmy. Well, whatever, I'll do it in order. Apocalyptic sound. A massive noise of unknown origin that has been heard all over the world. It's unknown where it first appeared, but around the year 2011, videos of the sound began to be found uploaded to the internet, some of which were recorded in Tokyo. Many of these videos contain a powerful low-pitched echoing noise like two pieces of heavy metal scraping together. The name is said to have come from a scene in the last book of the New Testament, the Revelation of St. John, where an angel sounds a trumpet as the world's about to end. Oh boy. And then Squirmy. Urban legend that was on the internet starting in '03. Most variations of the story involve people who saw something squirmy, who later experienced strange incidents. The size and description of the squirmy varies, but it's often said to be a white color, and most of the strange incidents end very poorly for those who encounter it. Opinions differ on whether the original story came from an internet message board or a manga, and the debate continues to this day. So what does that mean, like a worm? Anyway.
とにかくだな。これを貼った人間はまだ捕まっていない。
で、小学6年の時にすでにかわいそうだった宮代くんの調査によると、
What do you mean I was a sad little boy?
そもそも力士シールを生み出した人間が誰かとか、その目的とかっていうのは分かってないんだな。
そうだよ。
じゃあ、場合によってはその人間が一連の事件に関与している可能性もある。
可能性はあると思う。
Of course, it was also plausible that someone other than the creator was using them, but they'd been at all the crime scenes so far. It just felt like they had to be involved.
現状出揃っている歴史シールはこれだけだよな。
ああ、
じゃあ今後の歴史シールに関する方針だけど、この壁一面に貼られた歴史シールのところに監視カメラを設置しようと思う。
は？
この歴史シール気になるんだ。こんなに一度にシールが貼られたことがなかったっていうのもあるんだけど。
That is the thing. I'm theorizing that they're magically, supernaturally opening their eyes to record. But why would you need more than one? Why is a whole wall covered in them? Anyway, I guess I need a picture.
カズキ、カズキ、
She was too busy playing ESO2 to listen.
カズキ。新聞部の動画に使った街中の歴史シール切り出してくれるか。
で、
Oh,
これ
okay.
が街中に貼ってあった歴史シール。さっきの壁一面に貼られた歴史シールと見比べてくれ。
I wasn't gonna look myself, though. Yeah, these are creepy. I didn't want to feel sick anymore. When I realized this in my room yesterday, I'd been staring at them so long I literally felt like I was about to throw up. Oh, that's cool.
いや、だから力士シールだろ。
じゃあこれまでの事件現場のやつとも。
Ito took a careful look at the picture I showed him.
Oh.
So he saw it then.
何？どうしたの？
デザインが違う。
No kidding. Ito kept his eyes locked on the image. I'm trying to compare, but I don't have much to work with because the text box is blocking a bunch. Surprised? I'm not a sad little boy after all, am I? Okay, time for a lecture.
歴史シールにはいろんなデザインがある。これはシールが発見された当初からそうだったんだ。ヒゲがあるのとか、泣いてるのとか、頭部が異常に膨らんでるのとか、まあとにかくいろいろ。このせいでオリジナルの歴史シールっていうのはどれかわからなくなってるんだ。講義で見ればグラフィティに属するこういう行為は模倣犯が大量に発生するからこうなるケースが多いんだけど。
Paintings or lettering left on walls or rooftops using spray paint, ink, or other types of paint. Functionally identical in definition to street art, it is said to have begun appearing in America in the 70s, and in recent years some of its best creators have been recognized as cutting-edge artists. As artists. Whoops. There is an unspoken rule that when painting over existing graffiti, you must replace it with something better, which has aided in the art form's development.
当事者たち以外にはどれが模倣犯の仕業でどれが最初に貼った人間の仕業かはわからない。でも今回の場合、事件現場と壁一面に貼られた歴史シールのデザインは完全に一致してるんだ。
じゃあ現場に貼ったやつとこの壁一面に貼ったやつは同一人物？
いや、それはわからない。偶然同じだけかもしれない。街中に貼られていた単独の歴史シールの中にも現場と同じデザインの歴史シールはあったから。
Ito sighed, disappointed.
なんだよ、それじゃあ。
でも過去に例がないほど大量に貼られれば気になるだろう。もしも同一人物だとしたら次に事件が起こるのがこの場所だっていう可能性もある。
And if we could get a video of it happening, it would be the biggest scoop imaginable.
それはまあな。でもいいのか？
About what?
勝手に街中にカメラ設置してその映像を見るって 要は盗撮だろ。せめて次のニュージェネの日付の10月10日付近まで待った方が。明らかに部活の範疇じゃないだろ。勝手に街中にカメラ設置してその映像を見るって。要は盗撮だろ。せめて次のニュージェネの日付の10月10日付近まで待った方が。明らかに部活の範疇じゃないだろ。
クルスみたいなこと言うなよ。
みたいに言ってんだよ。バレたらどうなるか。俺は嫌だからな、殺されるのは。
もうだからのんちゃんのことを怖がりすぎだってば。ねえ花ちゃん。ほら。
No, she's clearly not listening.
クルスなら大丈夫だろう。なんだか最近ガミガミ言ってこないし。
そうだけどよ。
Ugh, don't pussy out on me, man. Nice.
チャンスなんだよ。手がかりが力士シールしかなくて、そのシールの中に気になるところがある。最高の結果になれば先頭を打てて犯人の目星がつく。しかも警察より先に。最悪でも無駄骨だったで終わりだろ。
Or that you're caught and killed. Still, Ito thought for a second about something, probably Kuroso.
わかったよ。部長はお前だ。
He nodded in resignation. All right.
現状でのボードを使っての情報整理はこんなところか。
おー、このボード初めてこんなに大きく使うね。
Sarika looked at all the papers pasted up on it.
確かにな。今までは別にきちんと整理するまでもないやつばっかりだったからな。
Did I just hear her get upset? Did she just lose a roll for a rare item or have a kill get stolen? Kill steal. Ugh. KS, online gaming slang, the act of attacking a monster that another player has already started fighting. Since this can reduce the amount of XP or items earned by the original player, it can often lead to fights. In Japan, it's considered bad manners. And roll. In ESO2, when a party decides who in the group will get a rare item dropped by a monster, the computer rolls a set of dice for each player and the person with the highest roll wins. ESO2 also allows for different methods of determining loot allocation. Yeah, it sucks when you finally kill a high-level monster and you don't get the rare item you wanted.
ああ、花ちゃんダメだよ。壁へこんじゃうよ。
There was a pretty big dent in it already, actually. Ito was still looking at the board. Was there something I'd forgotten to go over?
いや、さっき途中でいろいろ出たわかんないことだけどよ。なんでニュージェネの日付に合わせて事件が起こっているのかとか、なんで現場じゃなくて少し離れたところに力士シールがあるのかとか。
なんかわかったのか？
No, that's not it. Ito shook his head.
こうしてみれば、案外そのおかげで俺ら先に進めてんなと思って。ニュージェネの日付は渋谷ニュースの K さんも気づいてたけど、現場の力士シールってまだ俺らしか気がついてないだろ。こんなこと前にあったか？
That's true, yeah.
チャンスってことだろ。
確かにそう思わないとそんな状況かもな。
Ito smiled as if he'd gotten over his doubts.
でどうする？カメラブノはさすがにまずいからお前のでいいか？
ああ、前に自宅の防犯用に買って余っちゃった人感式のやつを持ってきてるから。それで仮に一旦10月10日まで撮影するとしてもバッテリーは持つ。
Wow.
よし、じゃあ早速今から行くか。
あ、それなんだけど。お前一人で行ってきてくれないか？
は？お前は？
有村さんにもう一度話を聞きに行く。昨日は力士シールと動画のアップでバタバタしてて無理だったから。
Ito looked surprised, then fell silent for a moment.
いや、そりゃ確かにあの子には聞きたいことはたくさんあるけどよ。でも先週生徒会室で会った時に、なんつうか有無を言わさぬ感じっつうか、得体が知れないっつうか、怖くなかったか、あの子。
I could tell what Ito was trying to say. Hinae Arimura had been a cheerful girl, at least when she was talking to Kurosu. But the second I brought up the Love Hotel incident...
あなただったんですか？部屋に入ったっていううちの生徒は。
Everything about her changed. Her voice was flat and emotionless, telling me nothing about what she was really thinking. And...
あなた、殺されますよ。宮代拓先輩。
So intense they don't even sub at that time. You're going to die. Or you're going to be killed.
お前、あの時なんか言われたんだろ？あの子に。それがなんか関係あんのか？
いや、別に言われてないよ。
Good, let's complicate the situation. Ito's thoughts, on the other hand, were extremely easy to follow. He didn't believe a word I said.
まあいいさ。とにかくあの現場にいたのはお前たちなんだからな。
He must have come up with some probable answer that satisfied him.
でもお前一人で聞きに行けんのか？絶対挙取るだろ。
That is true.
私もタクと行くよ。タク、まだ有村さんに慣れてないでしょ？
Shut up. I would just get a little nervous.
なんだよ。
いや、しかしお前ら四六時中一緒にいるよな。
別に四六時中ってわけじゃないだろ。
Just she and I.
お？
She and I have been friends for our whole lives.
へえ。
I really thought we were gonna have one of those goofy fantasy settings at that point. What are you trying to say?
それこそ挙取った流れで否定しないのがお前ららしいなと思っただけだ。
Huh?
お前、本当にリア充じゃないわ。
What did you say?
んじゃあ、お前と尾上は有村さん担当な。
オッケー。
おい、ちょっと待て。僕は。
で、俺と和樹。
What? Oh, pounding the wall.
なんかいきなりやってきた敵キャラの群れにやられちゃったんだって。
Apparently. An MPK, maybe? Ooh, should I know what that means? Multiplayer kill? Even though they said monsters? Monster player killer. The act of luring a monster to another player and causing the monster to attack and kill them. This is considered seriously bad manners. So kiting a monster but for the purpose of trolling someone else? No, wait a second.
どのみち、和樹は部室から出てまで部活動するやつじゃないだろう。
じゃあ、俺がカメラ担当で。
オッケ
行ってきます。
Oh, I hope he doesn't
ー。い
die.
ってらっしゃい。
Ito silently took the bag with the camera in it from me and said,
せちがれ。
With those mysterious words, he disappeared into the hallway.
しんちゃん、どうしたの？
わからん。
Okay. I'll read this article and then wrap it up from there. Sumo stickers save the world from destruction? And this is October 1st, this is brand new. The phrase sumo stickers always seems strange to me. It may look like a sumo wrestler, but no, it's a fat man. We don't even know if it's a man. It could be a woman. One need only look at the hairstyle to find proof of this. The hair's parted, not brushed back, which means it's not being tied into a top knot. Ooh, good point. Of course, there are some real sumo wrestlers who don't have enough hair to form a top knot, but they all brush their hair back. No sumo wrestler has ever stood in the ring with parted hair, so what does that hair mean? Is it just some guy with parted hair? No. The hair, in fact, represents a temple, and in a temple, of course, you find a god. The sticker has 3 eyes. 2 overlapping faces should, of course, produce 4 eyes, which means that the number 3 is significant. The 3rd eye is the eye of the mind. Or maybe just one person's right eye and the other person's left eye overlapped, right? Since ancient times, the 3rd eye has been used as a motif in conspiracy theories and urban legends. The eye that sees truth. The Senrigan. The Ajna Chakra. Anya? I might be saying that wrong. The eye of the pyramids. All of these things are represented as having power beyond human understanding. In other words, the 3rd eye is God himself. The eye of the pyramid, that symbol of the Freemasons, is also known as the all-seeing eye of God, or the eye of the Egyptian deity Horus. In other words, the eye, God, sits beneath the hair, his temple. You remember in 2012 when the world was supposed to end during the Mayan apocalypse? But researchers have already proven the original date given for the apocalypse was an error. The correct date was September 3rd, 2015. The date brings us to Egyptian mythology. According to a legend recorded on a fresco in the Temple of Isis, the world will sink underwater in September of 2015, and the goddess Isis is the mother of the sun god Horus. You understand now? The sumo stickers represent God. But then, why are they only appearing in Shibuya? Because the grace of God wanted to protect Shibuya from the apocalypse. If you're a reader of this blog, you'll have already guessed what I'm about to say. Last month, in September 2015, the world was threatened by a greater danger than any it had ever faced before. A massive solar storm caused electronics to crash all over the world, but especially in North American, and Europe. A full month has passed, but only 50% of the damage has been fixed. So why did Japan, the world's 3rd largest economy, and in particular Shibuya, one of its biggest cities, survive almost unscathed? Yes, because the eyes of God, the 3rd eyes, opened and created a powerful barrier. This is the truth. And this is my message to all the people of Shibuya. I want you to understand this. The faces on the sumo sticker do not belong to a sumo wrestler. They are a symbol of God. They are God. You must not take them down. That would be blasphemy. This is already too long, so I'll go into details in my next entries. Also, the left has a little something. Any 40-ish Chenko lovers like me who watch sumo? No? Haha. Today's ringside conversation. That Ozuki's cool, or I want that Yokozuna. Well, that's normal. Meanwhile, I look at the stickers in the desert of the sumo wrestlers and say, it's a sumo wrestler. Fat? That's a compliment. Fave music, the one the drums play before it starts. Who I respect, Edmund Tanaka, no headbutts. Oh wow, it's 3OM LOL. Man, this is what's rough about being a sumo wrestler. Okay, and a second type? Ooh, and Solar Storm. Alright. Do I have to scroll all the way down to press X to get out of this? Oh, the comments, excuse me. Interesting perspective. By the way, my name is Maya, LOL. How's that for synchronicity? I've seen the stickers too. It's totally a sumo wrestler. This was some creepy shit, LOL. How many people in the world actually believe the Egyptian calendar apocalypse? It's just something they came up with to explain why the Mayan apocalypse never happened. There are some other supposed dates of the apocalypse after 2015, 2017, 2020, 2030. Go through some of the more old myths and legends from around the world and I'm sure you could find more. Conspiracy theories are just a way for the power structure to control the masses. Depending on how you look at it, it depends on whether you assume God saved Shibuya or whether he drove the rest of the world to the brink of destruction. It's possible Shibuya was already purified 6 years ago and that's why it was allowed to survive? How many Japanese have a real understanding of what God actually is? Do you know how many people died in the earthquake 6 years ago? This is inappropriate. Delete this. Where did the name come from? If they don't depict a sumo wrestler, we should look at who first started calling them that. We all use the same term to describe them, which means someone must have been the first to come up with it. Maybe someone gave them that name for a reason. They wanted to blind us to the fact that the stickers were God by making us think they were sumo wrestlers. I sense the presence of someone who doesn't want to admit the existence of God, or perhaps who wants to hide it. Evens out to 0. Unneeded people have been culled from Shibuya. That's what I think. Life is a balance between fun and sorrow. If it all evens out to 0, it's not a bad life, but for most people it's a net negative. Coming out to 0 is the best we can hope for. So what is death, then, beyond a thing that no man can avoid? Not a minus. Of course not a plus either. It evens out to 0. It evens out to nothing at all. The unneeded are culled because they are unneeded. You could say that they were chosen because they were unneeded. The first great culling was the earthquake 6 years ago. The New Generation incident was what foretold it. Shibuya now is just like it was 6 years ago. God will come once again to call the unneeded. If the sumo stickers are God, then the city will soon be covered in them once more. It doesn't explain why the 1999 Nostradamus prophecy, the 2012 Mayan apocalypse, and the 2015 Egyptian apocalypse were also heavily reported on by the media. Alright. We're through.
あれ尾上さんじゃんだったの有村
We're asking about Arimura, but for now it is time to stop the installment. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today, didn't we? We observed our data on the bulletin board, and we are going to investigate those creepy sumo stickers that, true, may very well not be sumo wrestlers, but who knows what's going on? I guess we're going to do our best to find out. Until next time, everyone.